Hockey fans, the CCWHA Division I Championship is live and on the air. Welcome to the Crystal Fieldhouse, where it is Indiana Tech taking on Adrian College for the CCWHA Division I Championship. We're live from the Crystal Fieldhouse in Barton, Michigan, and it has been a fantastic weekend filled with some amazing hockey so far, and it is coming to its conclusion today with the D1 and D2 championship games. We start off with Division I, and let's take a look at how we got here. As it started off on Friday at 5:30 as Michigan Ann Arbor campus beat Grand Valley 3-0, and Miami beat Michigan State by a score of 6-2. Michigan advanced to play Indiana Tech. Indiana Tech won that game 3-2 in a hard-fought game by both squads. And then on the other side, Miami fell to Adrian 3-2, again in a hard-fought game. So both the East and the West pod winners, Adrian and Indiana Tech, advance to the CCWHA championship game. Let's talk a little bit about these teams and what's been going on, their records. Taking a look, Indiana Tech has 23 wins, 5 losses, 3 of them in regular time, 2 in overtime. Adrian College has 22 wins, 9 losses. So 2 very, very good teams in the CCWHA. They've been playing fantastic all season long. If you take a look at the last several games for Indiana Tech, we need to go all the way back. So when these two teams last played, that was back on February 3rd, where it was Indiana Tech beating Adrian College 3-1 over at Arrington Ice Arena. And then Adrian College went down to Fort Wayne and played Indiana Tech, and Indiana Tech won that one 3-1. So they swept the home and home series that happened at the beginning of this month. And now they're going to try and beat Adrian College 3 times in a month, and that is not easy, especially a high-quality team like Adrian. Then Indiana Tech went to Marysville. They beat Marysville back on the February 18th. They beat them 3-1, and then fell the next night, February 19th, to Marysville 2-1. And then they beat University of Michigan, as we talked about yesterday, 3-2. So that was the last 5 games for Indiana Tech. If we switch over and take a look at Adrian, as it should pull up, let me refresh. That's what happens when you count on the internet. Let's take a look at the Adrian Bulldogs, as they've played a couple games since that Indiana Tech series where Indiana Tech swept them. They played University of Michigan Dearborn over at University of Michigan Dearborn on the 9th, and they beat them by a score of 4-2. They shut out McKendree University at Arrington Ice Arena. That was a 3-0 win on the 11th. Then they played Liberty. No small feat there. Liberty still number 1 in the ACHA rankings. Liberty, and they played at Liberty. Liberty won the first game 5-2 and won the second game 3-1. Then Adrian beat Miami University yesterday 3-2. So that's their last 5 games. Let's talk about the players here for this squad. Let's start off with Indiana Tech. So your top point getters on offense for Indiana Tech is Pedam Shan with 42 points, that on 13 goals and 29 assists. Number 2 is Yakachuk with 41 points on 28 goals and 13 assists. Bowler checks in at number 3. Tied for number 2, 41 points as well as Yakachuk. That with 25 goals and 16 assists for Bowler. Borland checks in at number 4, 31 points on 19 goals and 12 assists. Also tied is Williams, who has 31 points, tied in the number 4 spot with 15 goals and 16 assists. And then it's right back underneath there is Yonker with 21 points on 5 goals and 16 assists. If we flip over and take a look at the top 5 point getters for Adrian, Stitt leading the way with 40 points on 17 goals and 23 assists. McCurl with 35 points, tied at the number 2 spot with 12 goals and 23 assists. Shaw also with 35 points, 8 goals and 27 assists. Checking at the number 4 spot is Wiltshire with 32 points on 10 goals and 22 assists. And then at the number 5 spot is McDonald with 27 points on 7 goals and 20 assists. If we flip over and take a look at the goalkeepers for both of these teams, let's start by taking a look at Adrian as Schneider has played 18 games and has a goals against average of 1.95 and a fantastic save percentage of .920. So Schneider has played the majority of the games, 18. Burt has played 6 games, and she's won 5, lost 1. She has a 1.67 goals against average and a .922 save percentage. Barr has played 6 games as well, a 1.17 goals against average and a .939 save percentage. Then playing 1 game is Hunt. Hunt has a 2 goals against average and a .883 save percentage. So we'll see exactly who it is. Probably Schneider, who's played 18 of the games so far. Flipping over and taking a look at Indiana Tech. It has been Adley, who's played 19 games, 16 and 2 on the season, a 1.41 save percentage and an absolutely outstanding .949 save percentage. Between Pontiff in Michigan and Adley in Indiana Tech, that game yesterday had just outstanding goalkeeping between the two teams. It's been great goalkeeping all sessions long. With 11 games between the net has been Varner. Varner has a 1.53 goals against average and a .927 save percentage. 2 games for Gross. She has a .6 goals against average and a .941 save percentage. So Adley has led the way and is one of the top goalkeepers in the ACHA Division 1. So lots of great players back and forth on this game as they are counting down 8 minutes. So we'll have the national anthem and starting lineups coming up quickly. Let's play a little bit of music and we will be right back. You're watching the CCWHA Division 1 Championship game here at Crystal Fieldhouse, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting. as the teams come out onto the ice, we're getting ready for starting lineups and the national anthem. Both squads out. Indiana Tech lined up to our left in their white sweaters with the eye on the front with the orange accents, the black pants and the white helmets, as Adrian in their black jerseys with the yellow on the shoulders and stripes and the black pants. And let's turn it over, Boulder.
Athlete number 8, Isabella Padam-Jen. On the bench number 16, Harold Haley Kirsten. On the bench number 11, Brooklyn Morris. The starting at net, Mackenzie Adrian. The winners are picked for Scott Hicks. The starting lineup for the Bulldogs. At forward number 21, Haley Whitshire. At forward number 18, Macy Piche. At forward number 16, Jess Ekro. On the bench number 97, Taylor Greenman. On the bench number 4, Allison Shaw. The starting the net, Reese Bard. The winners are picked for Carter Park. At this time, we ask you to please stand up and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Is the top seat in the East versus the top seat in the West. As the two teams leading the way all season long in the CCWHA Division I, it's Adrian College versus Indiana Tech for the CCWHA Championship. Now, both of these teams should be going to nationals no matter what happens in this game, but an auto bid to nationals is on the line, so whoever wins this doesn't have to sweat it all until the rankings come out. The other team will feel fairly confident that they'll make it and be able to get to nationals, but always better to know when you walk away that you don't have to worry about that, and also to win the championship. As 20 minutes up on the clock, getting ready to go for what should be a fantastic game. We appreciate all of you out there watching, folks who can't be there around this country and around the world, as we had people watching from 42 different states yesterday, 7 countries, and that just tells you what amazing hockey the CCWHA has. Face off at center ice, Yakachuk wins it back. Now Calverta coming, Terpstra fires it all the way down and stopped as the puck into the near corner, is trying to pull it away. Barr looks over to her right as the puck into the near corner of the Adrian zone. Now that slips right underneath the near circle, fired ahead by McCurrow as that puck slips into the Indiana Tech zone. Moore chases it into the near corner. McCurrow right back behind her. That rimmed all the way out to the far point. Padam-Jen trying to chase it down. Now Goodwin has it, just shy of her own blue line. And fired deep As now Terpstra picks it up right back behind Adley. Terpstra coming down the far boards and fired all the way to center ice. Green brings it into the Adrian zone. Green fires it back in along the end boards, goes right back behind Barr. As the puck outside the far circle. Now Yonker has it right at center ice. That fired right back in. Barr stops it right behind. Goodwin moves it over on the far side. Now coming ahead, Shaw. Right out to center ice. Episcopo firing it in, but a penalty upcoming. And that is going to be a checking call at 18:51 as Indiana Tech into the box. As Indiana Tech committed cross-checking at 18:51. As number 55, Borland in the box. And puck all the way back into the Adrian zone. Shaw gathers it up on the far circle, goes back behind Barr, sets up shop there. 1 minute, 50 seconds left to go in the Adrian power play coming down the far boards. Racing in, McCurrow has it, top of the far circle, moves it over to Stitt with a shot, Adley with the save. Wiltshire outside the far circle. And comes back to the far point to Shaw. Shaw moves it over McDonald, top of the near circle. McDonald with the shot, tipped out in front. Comes into the near corner. McDonald trying to pull it off the boards. And puck now over top of the near circle for Shaw with a shot, and it's saved by Adley. 1 minute, 23 seconds left to go here in the power play for Adrian. As 18:13 left to go here in the first period. Face-off in the near face-off circle to Adley's right. That puck right back outside the near circle as that fired over by Pichet right in along the end boards. Pichet trying to dig it out of the near corner. As that puck loose underneath the near circle. Now fired through the slot, trying to pull it over on the far side is Robinson. And puck goes right back in along the end boards. Now onto the far circle. Put back into the far corners. That rifled all the way down. Cleared by Indiana Tech. 52 seconds left to go. In the Adrian power play. Barr stops it. Horny picks it up back behind the Adrian goal. Horny feeding it down the far boards. Now racing ahead. Here comes Adrian through center ice. As that knocked right back into the Adrian zone by the Warriors. Horny now sends it down the near boards. Peterson brings it into the zone. Peterson stops outside the near circle. Peterson trying to get it into the near corner. Adrian gets it back to McDonald, top of the near circle. Shot there goes and cleared all the way down by the Indiana Tech. 15 seconds left to go in the Adrian power play. Wiltshire has it coming down the far boards. Wiltshire feeds it ahead. McCurrow gains the zone, high slot, poke checked away by Bowler from behind as that fired all the way down the ice by Episcopo. And Indiana Tech back to full strength, scoreless so far, 16:45 left to go. Here in the first CCWHA Division I championship as Shaw brings it ahead for the Bulldogs. Shaw gains the Indiana Tech zone, but offsides the call. 16:35 left to go here in the first period. We are scoreless from the Crystal Fieldhouse in Burton, Michigan. It is the CCWHA Division I Championship. Face-off in the far face-off circle just outside of the Tech zone. As Juzak taking the face-off, that comes right back behind Adley. Into the near corner as Moore trying to peel it off of the boards. In there, trying to grab it away, McNair. Still digging. That puck comes right back behind Adley, and on the near circle, here comes the other direction. Racing ahead with it is Nesbitt. Nesbitt dumps it deep into the Bulldog zone. That goes into the far corner. Anderson chasing it. That tip by Juzak. Now here comes the Bulldogs the other direction over center ice. That dump deep into the Tech zone, into the near corner. Yonker has it there. Yonker coming down the near boards. Trying to hold it in at the near point is Eagleson. Eagleson trying to get it away from Juzak. Juzak rims it into the far corner. Fired ahead, tipped right back out to center ice, and then shot in. And a whistle and offsides the call. 15:44 left to go. Here in the first, scoreless so far between the Indiana Tech Warriors and the Adrian Bulldogs. as they'll put the face-off at center ice. As Williams in to take the face-off for Tech versus Eagleson. And puck right at center ice, pulled by Borland into the Adrian zone. Borland goes back behind Barr. Now underneath the near circle, that high slot shot by Piscopo goes wide to the far side. And puck outside the far circle. Williams trying to keep it in, then sent all the way down into the Indiana zone. Racing over, Yonker grabs it into the far corner. Yonker feeds it down the far boards for Tech, picked up there, trying to put it back deep by by Pichet. Outside the far circle, Pichet puts it into the far corner. Yonker trying to get it out of the zone. Now Green tips it top of the far circle. That puck right to the blue line, but not out. Now here comes Tech coming down the near boards. Green has it right at center ice. Backhands it deep. Shaw gathers it up on the near circle in the Adrian zone. Shaw avoiding some pressure by Indiana Tech. That picked up right at center ice. Going in, McCarroll chasing it. Terpstra picks it up back behind her own goal. And fired right to center ice all the way down, as that should be icing, and it will be. 14:37 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Puck back in the Tech zone. That will be to Adley's right in the near face-off circle. As Yakachuk in to take the face-off versus Pichet in the near face-off circle. As now they'll drop the puck, that put into the near corner. Piscopo has it right back behind the Tech goal. Pedam Shand outside the far circle, feeds it at Yakachuk. Now pulled over by Bowler. Bowler down the near boards, fires it back deep into the Adrian zone. And that going to be icing, as it was just on the wrong side of center ice. 14:22 left to go here in the first. Face-off is going to be back in the Indiana Tech zone. In the near face-off circle, Stitton to take the face-off for the Bulldogs. Yakachuk for Tech. Goodwin has it, top of the near circle shot. That got deflected on the near circle. There's a shot by McDonald, saved by Adley. That puck comes outside the far circle, back to the far point. Over to Goodwin, top of the near circle with a shot that goes wide to the near side. And picked up, coming down the far boards. Over and sent all the way back into the Adrian zone. Goodwin chases it back behind Barr. Goodwin underneath the near circle. 13:57 left to go here in the first. Still scoreless as Goodwin trying to avoid pressure by Anderson. The puck at the far point, held in, now pulled away right to the blue line. Adrian couldn't get it out. Now they knuckleball it out in along the far boards. Sent back in by Moore as that puck down along the near boards. Slips into the neutral zone. Terpstra trying to grab it. Now Nesbitt right at the blue line. And grabbed away by Adrian. Spinning with it, Goodwin. And over outside the far circle. Ricocheted all the way down the near boards. Coming in, here comes Race. Race gets it into the near corner. Yonkers trying to pull it away. Back behind her own goal now outside the far circle. Anderson feeds it ahead. As down the near boards, Nesbitt has that pulled away. Fired down into the near boards by Reyes. Stopped by Adley right back behind the Tech goal. The puck outside the near circle. Now into the near corner. And pulled away. Williams trying to get it out of the zone. Shaw pinching. That goes all the way back to center. The puck loose right at center ice. In along the near boards. Picked up by Green. Green fires it deep into the Adrian zone. Into the far corner. Shaw trying to get to it before Nesbitt. 12:44 left to go here in the first. And grabbed Williams. High slot trying to get through traffic. Shot Barr with the save. And that swept away by Shaw into the near corner. The puck blast from the near point by Williams, deflected into the far corner. Now Fuchek firing away. Fuchek down. She'll slow to get up. It looks like she's okay. The puck top of the near circle. Yonker with the shot. Barr with the save. That into the near corner. Is trying to pull it away over there. Yonker with the shot again wide to the near side. Tipped by Pedam Shan. And a save by Barr. 12:11 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far between Adrian College and Indiana Tech. Indiana Tech in the white jerseys, Adrian in the black and yellow. Face off in the far face off circle. That DeBar's right. Is that right in the slot, but pulled away by Adrian down the near boards. Racing to get it. Terpstra right back behind her was Robinson. That puck right to center ice, right in front of the scorer's bench. Now lifted all the way back down into the Adrian zone, but that will be icing. Back into the Indiana Tech end it goes. 11:56 left to go here in the first. Face off in the near face off circle. That Dadley's right. Eagleson in to take the face off for Adrian. Yakachuk on the other side for the Warriors. And puck, top of the near circle. McNair with the shot. Hadley sticks it into the near corner. Terpstra trying to pull it away in there. As that pulled right back behind and along the far boards. Pedam Shan centering it over the blue line. Yakachuk had it. Now Adrian trying to fire right back in is Miranda as Adrian goes for a line change. Terpstra has the puck back behind her own goal, firing it ahead. Tipped by Pedam Shan, now right back to the blue line. Eagleson has it, brings it into the Tech zone on the far circle. Eagleson with the shot goes wide to the near side. The puck outside the near circle. Bowler there, battling, trying to peel it off the boards. Held in by Goodwin into the slot, but pulled away there as Terpstra spins with it down the far boards. Bouncing puck, gathered up by Bowler down the near boards. Fired all the way down. Here comes Pedam Shan, who dumps it deep as Indiana Tech goes for a line change. The puck outside the far circle in the Adrian zone. Here comes Goodwin over own blue line. Over center ice, trying to avoid pressure by Nesbitt. As that puck, backhanded shot and a save by Adley. Wiltshire with a backhanded shot from the slot. Adley able to glove it down. 10:50 left to go here in this, the first period. Scoreless so far between Adrian and Indiana Tech. Face off in the near face off circle. Stitt in to take the face off versus Tuzak. And to Adley's right. That puck pulled back behind. Racing over, Beak trying to get to it. Is now coming ahead with it. Here comes Anderson through center ice. Anderson dumps it deep into the Adrian zone. Shaw has it underneath the near circle. Shaw underneath the far circle now, trying to fire it ahead. Adrian gets it to the blue line as Stick gets it to center ice, but that fired right back to the Adrian blue line. Moved over by Gregan. Now Shaw has it on the near circle. Gregan on the far circle as that tipped at the blue line, but held in by Green for Tech. Green trying to fire it deep right out in front. Saved by Barr. 10:10 left to go here in the first. The puck into the near corner. And a dig away collision as Williams right back behind the goal, but a penalty upcoming. That at 10:01. As into the box is number 48, Green, and that is for roughing. Or 10, Williams, sorry. 10, Williams in the box. Face-off in the near face-off circle. As Adrian on the power play. As that puck outside the near circle. Horny with it. Shot that got blocked by Pedam Shan into the near corner. Pache with it. Outside the near circle. Now that comes back to Horny, top of the near circle. Now racing and Piché, that off the side of the net. Piché into the near corner. Now Horny goes high, slot Horny with a shot. That blocked out in front. Back to the far point. Horny, top of the near circle to Piché. Piché, that blocked in along the near boards. Fired all the way down by Episcopo. 1 minute, 27 seconds left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Adrian on the power play. 9:20 left to go here in the first period. Racing down the far boards, firing it deep is Adrian. Terpstra grabbing it right back behind Adley. Terpstra lifts it all the way to the blue line. Held in by Shaw. Shaw outside the near circle. A puck right back behind the Indiana Tech goal. Now McDonald shot from the top of the near circle. That was blocked. And Portland fires it all the way down the ice. 55 seconds left to go here in the first. Still 55 seconds left to go in the power play for the Bulldogs. 8:50 left to go in the first, still scoreless. Shaw brings the puck into the Indiana Tech zone outside the far circle. Shaw Battling there versus Episcopo, or no, sorry, Moore. Shaw has it outside the far circle. Shaw now fires, save. That puck spins right back to the near point. McDonald moves it over, and Adrian has to touch up to avoid a delayed offsides. 25 seconds left to go in the Adrian power play. Wiltshire had the puck now coming down the far boards. That fired all the way back deep, cleared by Moore for Indiana Tech. 13 seconds left to go here in the power play for the Bulldogs. 8:11 left to go here in the first period. As Adrian has it outside the far circle, out in front, shot, Hadley with a save as that puck into the near corner. Outside the near circle, Indiana Tech back to full strength. Eagleson couldn't get everything on it. Now coming the other direction is Moore. Moore gains the Bulldog zone, top of the far circle with the shot, sticked away by Barr. That puck comes into the near circle, pulling it back, moving it over was Miranda, right back behind the goal. Now Miranda feeds it all the way down into the Indiana Tech zone. Icing waved off. Beek has it right back behind her own goal. Fuchuk trying to knock it away. Beek tipped all the way back into the Bulldog zone. Horney has it over to Goodwin underneath the near circle. Goodwin trying to fire it ahead. Green trying to pull it off of the boards. Tipped back. Now Green in the slot. Shot goes wide to the near side. Gathered up back behind. Now here comes Goodwin outside the near circle, bringing it ahead into the neutral zone. Goodwin over center ice, dumps it deep. McCurrow chasing it and stopping it right back behind. Anderson into the near corner for Indiana Tech. Now Nesbitt trying to pull it away. Wiltshire loses the handle to center ice. Shaw trying to dump it deep. Now Juzak brings it into the Bulldog zone. Shot from the top of the near circle goes into the near corner. Nesbitt trying to pull it off of the boards. As now Peterson has it, moves it to center ice. That fired all the way down by Wiltshire. Deflected to the near point. Now coming the other direction is Yakachuk for Indiana Tech. Yakachuk, high slot, shot. And it off underneath the far circle into the far corner. Adrian brings it down the far boards. As that puck slips through Peterson, right at the far point, top of the far circle, into the Warriors zone. Backhanded shot, loose in the slot. Shot there by Eagleson, goes into the far corner. Bouncing puck right back behind the Warriors goal, now lifted. Pedamshan has it down the far boards. Pedamshan over on blue line, over center ice. Pedamshan fires it deep into the Bulldog zone, gathered up there. Down the near boards, picked up. Peterson banks it off the far boards as that's put back deep. Adrian goes for a line change. Picked up, fired the other direction by Beek. Now coming in, Borland dumps it as that shot saved by Barr. Puck right to the near point, now sliding all the way back. Beek has it just shy of her own blue line. Williams trying to get to it as Turnbull pulls it away right in front of the scorer's box. Bouncing puck as Stitt has it. Leading scorer for the Bulldogs. Couldn't get everything on it as Williams pulls it down the near boards. Poked away by McDonald. Through the slot. Out in front. Banging away. And the save by Hadley. 5:11 left to go here in the first. 0-0 is our score. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Stitt in to take the face-off. Jusak on the other side. At Hadley's right. It's been a big battle so far between these two fantastic teams. Goodwin top of the near circle with the shot. That got blocked on the far circle. Jusak trying to get it out of the zone. The puck down the near boards. Here comes Nesbitt. Nesbitt gains the Adrian zone. Stops at the near point. Nesbitt trying to fire it ahead. Backhanded shot as that goes right through the crease. Outside the far circle. Jusak trying to get it. That chipped ahead by the Bulldogs coming down. Now moves it over to Stitt. Stitt top of the near circle with the shot. Hadley with the save comes on to the far circle. As Nesbitt gets it all the way down. And it was tipped by Bulldogs. So no icing. Picked up back behind by Werner. Werner comes underneath the near circle. 4:33 left to go here in the first. As Werner gets it outside the near circle. Now right back behind the Tech goal. That in the slot, pulled away by Pedamshan. Gets it ahead, racing down Bowler right at center ice. That pulled the other direction. McCarroll dumps it deep into the Indiana Tech zone. Now Beek has it outside the far circle. Beek drifts back, right back, in along the end boards, gets it over to Yonker underneath the near circle out in front. Wiltshire with the shot and a save by Adley. Oh boy, turnover right on the inner corner of the near circle. Wiltshire with a good blast, and Adley showing what an amazing goalkeeper we have in these games, making a highlight reel save. Both Barr and Adley have played fantastic so far, as we'll still scoreless, 4:03 left to go here in the first, as there's a pile up, a quartet of players trying to dig it off of the near boards, and there's going to be a whistle, and they're going to bring it just outside of the Indiana Tech zone in the near face-off circle, as they call the hand pass. 3:59 left to go in the first CCWHA Division I championship game. Following this, right around 12:45, we'll have the D2 championship game, as Division II Adrian will take on the undefeated all season long Sioux College Cougars. That puck lifted right to center ice. All the way back, Horny chases it deep into the Adrian zone, but not before it's icing, and that'll head back into the Indiana Tech end. 3:41 left to go here in this, the first. Face-off will be inside of the Indiana Tech zone in the far face-off circle. That Dadley's left. Wood in to take the face-off for the Bulldogs. Williams on the other side for Tech. Face-off, that pull back behind, rimmed all the way around. Back into the neutral zone as Goodwin trying to get it, collides with the linesman. And puck right back to the Tech blue line, now lifted deep into the Adrian zone. Goodwin chases it into the near corner, but again, not before it was icing, as it was lifted from the wrong side of center. 3:26 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far between Indiana Tech and the Adrian Bulldogs. Top seed in the East Pod versus top seed in the West Pod for the CCWHA. Eagleson in to take the face-off versus Williams in the near face-off circle. That puck, top of the near circle. Shaw with the shot, got blocked by Borland. Borland backhands it back into the neutral zone. Robinson fires it to center ice, or right to the own blue line. Regan gets it back to Robinson. That lifted all the way back. Now Peterson trying to get to it as that pulled back behind. Moore feeds it down the far boards. Tipped right back outside the far circle. Loose Borland brings it ahead. Out into the neutral zone. Indiana Tech feeds it all the way down. And stopped by Barr as the puck comes ahead. Peterson right at center ice. That tip back. Yonker chases it right back behind her own goal. Gathered up back there by Beek underneath the near circle. As coming down the near boards, avoiding pressure by Turnbull. Beek gets it onto the near circle. Fed onto the far circle by the Bulldogs, held in by Jusak. Now a shot by Anderson and a save by Barr. 2:33 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Face-off will be in the near face-off circle. That to Barr's left. Good crowd here. Number of folks making their way from Fort Wayne and Adrian. We appreciate everyone here. We appreciate you watching wherever you are at. Thank you for the support of these amazing athletes in this fantastic sport. The puck into the near corner. Underneath the far circle, trying to pull a Turnbull off of the far boards. That goes right back behind Barr. Gathering that up. Outside the near circle, trying to hold it in is Moore. That shot got blocked. Now bringing it ahead is McDonald. Gets it right back to the Tech blue line, picking it up there. Moore over to Nesbitt. Nesbitt banks it off the far boards. Goodwin chases it back outside the far circle of her own zone. Gathered up there, racing ahead McDonald over center ice. McDonald fires it deep. That sticked into the near corner. Is fired right back by Stitt. Comes outside the far circle over to Wiltshire. A puck battle right at the far point. Held in there with a shot and a pad. Saved by Adley. The puck down the near boards. Terpstra gets it to center ice and intercepted by Goodwin. Banked off of the far boards. Now that lifted back right to center ice. Over, trying to pull it away down the near boards is McCurrow. And puck right back to the Adrian blue line. Yankachuk fires it deep. Pedham Shan chasing it into the far corner. Shaw goes back behind her own goal. Underneath the near circle, Shaw bringing it down over her own blue line. Shaw over center ice. Shaw fires it to the blue line. Tipped there. Now Pichet has it outside the near circle. Back behind the goal, firing out in front as that comes back into the near corner. Grabbed by Wiltshire. Wiltshire back to Shaw at the near point and put into the near corner for Pichet. 57 seconds left to go. Here in the first, fired by Gregan. That goes right back behind the goal. Yocker trying to pull it away as Pichet battling the puck outside the far circle. Wiltshire with it. Wiltshire as the bouncing puck now right back behind the goal. Trying to slip it in off the far post and covered up. As Pichet tried to sneak it inside, and Adley with the save. 38.8 seconds left to go here in the first. Still scoreless between these two teams. Indiana Tech and Adrian Bulldogs. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Stitton to take the face-off. Yakachuk on the other side. As that puck pulled right back behind, coming down the near boards is McNair trying to pull it away. Borland battling in there as well. McDonald's shot into the slot. Stitt with it. Stitt with the backhanded shot that couldn't get through traffic. That off and a shot and a save by Adley. 23 seconds left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far between the Adrian Bulldogs and the Indiana Tech Warriors. Here in the CCWHA Division I Championship game, McCurrow in to take the faceoff versus Williams on the far faceoff circle. As that puck pulled away through center ice is Nesbitt, now picked up and fired right back into near boards by Stitt. Right back behind, 12 seconds left to go here in the first. That pulled to center ice, 7 seconds left to go. Williams gains his own. Williams, top of the near circle, 4 seconds left to go. The puck outside the far circle, back to center ice, and that will do it for the first period. At the end of one, 2 penalties out there that were called at 18:51 as it was a cross-check to Borland for Indiana Tech. Then at 10:01, Williams took a cross-check. And that's all to report from the first period. As let's step away, play a little bit of music. You're watching the CCWHA Division I Championship game live from the Crystal Fieldhouse. We will be right back with the second period action. are live from the Crystal Fieldhouse here in Burton, Michigan, where it is the CCWHA Division I Championship game. As we head into the second, it is 0-0 between Adrian College and the Indiana Tech Warriors. Top seed in the East Pod, Adrian Bulldogs. Top seed in the West Pod, Indiana Tech. The officials come out onto the ice as the Warriors gathered around the entrance to the left, Bulldogs gathered around the entrance to the right. So again, the nets put back on their moorings, ready to go for a second period action. As again, nice crowd here, all the way to our left, a number of orange-clad Indiana Tech fans. To our right, all sorts of Bulldogs fans, even folks sitting up in the stands just past the end line to our left. As we are about to get going, as Indiana Tech out onto the ice. And the Bulldogs hit the ice, as it will be Bulldogs going from left to right, Indiana Tech going from right to left here in this second period. 2 penalties to Indiana Tech in the first period. That was all to report. Lots of great goalkeeping and good play all around between these two fantastic teams. CCWHA Championship and a secured automatic berth to Nationals for whomever wins this game. Both squads gathered around their coaching staff now. Terpstra comes on and bangs on the glass to say hello to the players who didn't suit up just to our left. Adley between the posts in the crease to our right. Barr skates down to our left as we're getting ready to go for the second period. Pichet in to take the face-off versus Yakachuk. Right at center ice. As the crowd is fired up and we're ready to start. The next 20 minutes comes back to the Indiana Tech blue line. Fired ahead and chipped right in front of the Indiana Tech bench. Trying to pull it away. That brought in by Pichet into the Tech zone. The puck comes right back behind the goal into the far corner. And sent back to the far point. Shot there by Shaw. Saved by Adley. Slips over and cleared out of the crease. As Gregan has it right back behind the goal. Now comes underneath the far circle. Pichet trying to fire it out in front. Yakachuk comes back underneath the near circle. Pedamshan trying to hold it in. That goes all the way back. Gregan firing it over. Pedamshan trying to get out of the zone. That lifted all the way back by Shaw. Bouncing puck into the far corner, picked up by Moore, back behind her own goal. Lifted down the near boards as Pedamshan knocks it deep before going for a line change. The puck right back behind Barr, now into the near corner. Goodwin brings it ahead. And right at center ice, Turnbull tips it deep as that puck into the far corner. Episcopo has it there. Goes back behind Adley, pinned against the boards. And puck underneath the near circle. Here comes Williams for the Warriors. Williams over her own blue line, feeds it ahead. Tipped by Horny, but brought back into the Adrian zone. Now fired back out to center. Put in by Episcopo, right back behind Barr. Picked up there by Goodwin. Goodwin trying to get into the far corner, trying to avoid pressure by Tech. And right through the slot. Now Stitt puts it down the near boards. Here comes Turnbull. Turnbull into the Tech zone. In the slot, saved by Adley. Oh, beautiful pass right into the slot and a shot by McDonald, and Adley with a highlight reel save. 18:26 left to go here in the second. Still scoreless between Indiana Tech and the Adrian Bulldogs. Face off in the far face-off circle at Adley's right. As Eagleson in to take the face-off. On the other side is Dusak. As that puck loose on the far circle. Now comes outside the far circle. Back to the far point. Held in there as a shot. Adley with the save. McNair with the shot from the far point. That puck brought ahead. And dumped back deep into the near corner. Nesbitt chasing it underneath the near circle. That poke checked into the near corner. Held in by Moore at the near point. That fired out in front. Nesbitt with the shot that got blocked. As that puck into the far corner. Now drifts back into the neutral zone. Moore chases it back to her own blue line. And avoid pressure by Robinson. That tipped all the way back by Juzak as Indiana Tech goes for a line change. McNair back behind her own goal. Banks it off the near boards. That's going to go all the way back, but that will be icing. And there it is. 17:41 left to go here in the second. That's going to go back into the Adrian zone. Scoreless so far here in the CCWHA Division I championship game. 17:41 left to go here in the second. Face-off in the near face-off circle. The bars right. Yakachuk and Eagleson in to take the face-off. As that puck, top of the near circle, drifted back to the blue line. Yonker puts it into the near corner. Yakachuk back behind bar. That pulled away by the Bulldogs. Battle for it in along the near boards as Robinson trying to chip it out. Now Miranda sends it in along the end boards. All the way back outside the far circle as a lost stick. Over into the far corner. Puck right back behind the Bulldog goal. Now outside the near circle. And trying to chip ahead. Beak holds it in through the slot. McNair fires it ahead. Now trying to fire it ahead is Peterson. And drop back. Miranda ahead. And all the way back, icing called as Adrian not able to tip it before it went deep into the Warrior zone. That'll come right back into the Bulldog end in the near face-off circle. At DeBar's right. 16:56 left to go here in the second. Williams in to take the face-off versus Eagleson. And puck right on the near circle into the near corner. Williams with it there. Williams coming in on the near circle. Shot bar with the save. And pulled back behind by Green. Green going in along the end boards. Poked away, but Williams hands it on the near circle. Williams trying to feed it through the slot. That got blocked. McNair puts it in along the far boards. Miranda trying to get it out of the zone as that puck slips into the neutral zone. Fired back deep by Robinson into the Warrior zone. Stopped by Adley, quickly ahead, coming in with it. Here comes Green. Green swipes it into the near corner. Warner takes it right back behind her own goal into the far corner. Now Shaw has it down the near board. Shaw banks it off the near boards into the neutral zone, but pulled right back in by Anderson. Anderson, top of the near circle with the shot. That got blocked by Warner. As here comes the Bulldogs through center ice. Pichet fires it ahead. McCurl into the slot as that puck into the near corner. Good defense to keep McCurl from getting a shot away. That puck, high slot. Now that comes out into the neutral zone. Nesbitt trying to fire it ahead. That puck right back to the Indiana blue line. Trying to fire it in is Anderson. Trying to get the other way. The Bulldogs dump it deep into the far corner of the Warriors zone. Bouncing puck on the far circle. Comes back to the far point. Goodwin able to hold it in. Goodwin fires it right back behind Adley. Into the near corner it goes. As Yonkers brings it ahead. Here comes Anderson for Indiana Tech. Into the near corner. Nesbitt trying to get to it. Goodwin sends it along outside the far circle for the Bulldogs. Trying to put it ahead as Reyes. Stuck at the Bulldog blue line and offsides the call. 15:08 left to go. Here in the second, scoreless so far between the Adrian Bulldogs and the Indiana Tech Warriors in the CCWHA Division I championship game. We're live at the Crystal Fieldhouse where this is game 11 of 12 on the weekend, and we have seen so much fantastic hockey this weekend. Puck drop back to the Warrior blue line, bringing it ahead is Episcopo. Episcopo backhands it deep into the Adrian zone. McNair has it underneath the far circle. And outside is McDonald trying to get to it. Turnbull has it tipped all the way back into the Tech zone. Episcopo takes it back behind her own goal, going from the near side to the far side. Episcopo over her own blue line. Episcopo over center. Episcopo gains the zone outside the far circle, right through the crease. That puck comes back to the near point. Holding it in is Yakachuk. Turnbull gets it out to center, backhands it deep into the Indiana Tech zone, but that will be icing and head back into the Adrian end. 14:24 left to go here in the second. 0-0 is our score. Face-off is going to be in the near face-off circle. That to Barr's right. Stitt in to take the face-off for the Bulldogs. Williams for the Warriors. That puck lifted back, high top of the near circle shot. Got knocked down in the near circle. Bringing ahead is McDonald. McDonald through center ice. Backhands it deep into the Tech zone. That'll put into the far corner as Yonkers with it there. Yonker bouncing puck held in by Stitt. Stitt on the far circle puts it in along the end boards before going for a line change. The puck underneath the far circle as Yonker gets it back over to Williams. Williams outside the far circle. That's shoveled back in by Peterson and along the end boards. Now here comes Indiana Tech as Borland coming down the far boards. Dumps it deep before going for a line change. The puck in along the end boards. Goodwin takes it back behind her own goal. Coming down the near boards. That fed ahead by Robinson as Peterson trying to put it deep. That brought right back on the far circle. Now in. Here comes Eagleson. Spinning with it. Peterson puts it in and a save by Adley. 13:25 left to go here in the second. Scoreless so far, 0-0. Face-off in the near face-off circle in the Tech zone. That'll be to Adley's left. As Pichet in to take the face-off versus Duzak. Comes outside the near circle. Wiltshire gets it back. Top of the near circle for Werner. That puck shot. Bouncing puck. As that was up in the air right in front of the Tech goal. Right back to center ice. That puck drifts all the way back. Barrow, stop it, cover it up as Nesbitt was deep into the Bulldog zone. And that will be a face-off to Barr's right in the near face-off circle. 13:09 left to go here in the second. Still scoreless between Indiana Tech and Adrian Bulldogs. Yakachuk in to take the face-off versus Pichet. As stop for a moment, make sure everyone's in the right place. Now the puck, top of the near circle, shot by Piscopo, goes wide to the near side. Bowler back behind. Now Pedam Shan outside the far circle. McCurrow takes that, goes over on blue line, right to center ice. Coming down the near boards, Wiltshire dumps it deep as that goes into the far corner. Pulled by Yonker, back behind into the near corner. Wiltshire with it there. And puck bounces right back behind Adley. As a battle for it comes outside the far circle, bringing it ahead. Fire trying to get it to Bowler, loose at center ice now. Yankachuk fires it deep into the Bulldog zone. Shaw has it right back behind her own goal. Now coming up the far board, Shaw makes a move, tipped away by Pedam Shan, trying to hold it in. Pedam Shan drives it deep into the near corner of the Bulldog zone. Shaw trying to get to it. Now Wiltshire trying to tip it away as Williams got it back to Beek. Beek over to Green in the near corner, right through the slot, knocked away. Good defense out there by Reyes. The puck right back behind Barr. Williams with it and along the end boards, puts it into the near corner. Wiltshire chases it there. Wiltshire and back to Beek at the near point. Now Borland fires it in along the end boards. Shaw puts it in along the far boards. And Wiltshire has it on the top of the far circle, gets it back out into the neutral zone. Intercepted, coming the other direction by Beek, who fires it right down the near boards, and Indiana Tech goes for a line change. Borland trying to hold it in, and the Bulldogs put it out to center ice, firing it all the way down. Reyes, but that will be icing waved off as the puck now comes right to center in. Anderson puts it deep and along the end boards. Nesbitt right back behind the Adrian goal into the near corner. As that's brought ahead by Turnbull, right back out to center ice. Episcopo chasing it. Coming in, McDonald trying to get to it, but Yonker gets to it first, puts it in along the far boards, and that will be a whistle stoppage in play. 11:13 left to go here in the second. As they get a new puck. The last one went out of play. They'll have the face-off just outside of the Indiana Tech zone in the far face-off circle, just in front of the Bulldog bench. Juzak in to take the face-off versus Eagleson. As they will redrop that puck. 11-12 left to go here in the second. Still scoreless from the Crystal Fieldhouse in Burton, Michigan. As that puck right at center ice, trying to Bring it in was Anderson, brought ahead as coming in backhanded shot as high slot, Stitt trying to get to it. Now coming the other direction, Juzak gets it right out to center ice. Pulled by Goodwin back into her own zone, banks it off the far boards. Now Peterson trying to get it to into the Tech zone, but that right back. Goodwin to center ice. Peterson trying to move it ahead to Robinson in the slot, shot, and still loose now, covered up by Adley. 10:39 left to go here in the second. Both teams have had some fantastic opportunities, and if not for some steady goalkeeping, it would not be scoreless so far. Face-off in the far face-off circle, in to take the face-off, Pichet for Adrian. Yakachuk on the other side, the puck back to the far point. Now Miranda, top of the near circle, puts it into the slot. That comes to the near side, covered up by Adley. 10:33 left to go here in the second. So you get a little Timmy trumpet going here in the stadium. As McCurrow in to take the face-off versus Yakachuk in the near face-off circle. Comes to the blue line, moved over top of the far circle, shot from there, saved by Adley. Into the far corner, McCurrow with it. McCurrow, top of the far circle, gets it to Miranda outside the near circle, and it goes right back behind the goal. Now McNair trying to drive it again deep. That goes in along the end boards. Rims all the way outside the near circle. Shot from the top of the near circle by McCurrow. Battle for it at the blue line. Now Miranda holds it in, fires it. That goes over the crossbar. As Moore firing it around the boards into the near corner. Chasing it, Bulldogs have it, top of the near circle. Miranda with the blast as that got blocked out in front and went right back behind the Indiana Tech goal. 9:48 left to go, shot. Adley saves, now coming ahead with it, here comes Pedham Shan. 9:42 left to go here in the second. Scoreless so far between the Adrian Bulldogs and Indiana Tech. Coming down the near boards is Wood. Wood sends it in along and sent right back out to center ice. Terpstra over along the far boards. Yonker gets it. Battle for it right in front of the scorer's bench. Now pulled back. Yonker trying to get it over to Williams. Now Williams trying to intercept and right into the Indiana Tech zone. Pulled back by Terpstra in the far circle of her own zone. Penalty upcoming as penalty at 9:09. That is going to be a slashing call. As number 23, Miranda, into the box for the Adrian Bulldogs for slashing, as Indiana Tech will have their first power play of the game. As the Bulldogs had 2 power plays in the first, and we're still scoreless. Face-off in the near face-off circle, Pedham Shan. In to take the face-off versus, couldn't quite see a number there. That pulled right back as that was Stitt with it. There's a shot by Yakachuk. And 9:02 left to go here in the second. Scoreless so far. 9:53 left to go in the Indiana Tech power play. As Stitt versus Pedham Shan in the near face-off circle. As they'll blow the whistle. As trying to get everyone set where they need to be. As the puck comes back to the near point. Trying to put it back deep was Episcopo. And puck on the far circle as a whistle and another penalty. Interference, the call at 8:53. And it's a Bulldog penalty as McDonald, number 24, goes into the box. As it is now going to be a 1 minute and 44 second 5-on-3 for Indiana Tech. as the Bulldogs have their work cut out for them to try and keep this a scoreless game. The puck into the near corner. McNair fires it around the boards. Borland keeps it in at the far point. That move top of the near circle. Terpstra with the shot that got blocked. And puts it into the slot on the far circle. Borland, that got blocked. Shaw trying to pull it away. Now there's a shot by Moore and glove down by Barr. 1 minute, 26 seconds left to go on 5-on-3 hockey. 8:35 left to go in the second. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Indiana Tech with 5-on-3. As Peterson versus Pedamshan. Now Yonker, top of the near circle, moves it over. Episcopo from the slot. That goes just wide. Now Yonker, top of the near circle. Now goes high slot. Yonker shot there. Saved by Barr into the near corner. Outside, Episcopo has it. Top of the near circle, moves it over. Top of the far circle to Yonker. Now back to Yakachuk, high slot. Yakachuk with the shot, Barr with the save. And Shaw fires it all the way back into the neutral zone. Racing, Peterson trying to get to it. That puck into the far corner. Adrian gets a line change. 50 seconds left to go. A 5-on-3 hockey with Indiana Tech on the power play. 7:55 left to go here in the second. As Episcopo fires it ahead. Now Bowler gets it into the far corner. Yonker with it there. The puck outside the far circle. Pedamshand has it. Drifts back, top of the far circle now. Drop pass over to Yonker. Yonker with the shot over on the near side. Shot by Moore to save by Barr. 26 seconds left of 5-on-3 hockey with Indiana Tech with the advantage. Then they'll have a short, I can do some math, they'll have a short 17-second 5-on-4 penalty, barring nothing else happens. Williamson to take the face off. On the other side was at the shot right on the near side as it was Pichet. And puck back behind. Williams trying to pull it, get it out in front, battling back there. The puck drifts top of the near circle, now fired to the blue line, but McCarroll couldn't get it out. The puck into the near corner. Moore right through the slot, comes outside the far circle as Terpstra has it. Terpstra trying to fire it out in front, that knocked away by Horney all the way outside the far circle. As now 5-on-4 hockey as the first penalty for Adrian has expired. Now top of the near circle. Terpstra has it spinning, gets it high slot for Borland. Borland comes top of the near circle and shot. Barr knocks it away. Adrian back to full strength. Upcoming penalty as Adrian kills off a 5-on-3 and they'll go right back on the penalty kill, tripping. So it's 6:45, tripping the call. As number 7, Goodwin, goes into the box for Adrian. So Adrian spent a lot of energy killing off a 5-on-3. Now they're right back with Indiana Tech with a power play. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Top of the far circle now over to Yakachuk at the near circle. That drifts back into the neutral zone. Episcopo puts it in along the near boards. Yakachuk ahead to Pedamshan. Pedamshan gets it and all the way back into the Indiana Tech zone. 1 minute, 45 seconds left to go in the Indiana Tech power play. Coming down the far boards, that fired ahead. Pedamshan gains the zone. Pedamshan, top of the far circle. Pedamshan into the far corner. That puck right back behind. With it, Bowler sends it to the near point or to the far point. High slot for Episcopo. Trying to tip it over outside the near circle for Yakachuk. Yakachuk gets it into the near corner. That slips right back behind Barr into the far corner. Bowler gets it to Pedamshan. Pedamshan gets it high slot for Yakachuk with a shot that just goes wide. Outside the far circle, Yonker has it there. Back and that into the neutral zone. 1 minute left to go in the Indiana Tech power play. Yakachuk right at the blue line, bouncing puck, pulling it in. Green on the far circle. Green as that puck is pushed wide by the Bulldog defense out in front. Barr with the save, racing in. That puck deflects all the way back into the Indiana Tech zone. Moore trying to get it away from Wiltshire. Wiltshire with pressure by the Bulldogs back in the Warriors zone. 37 seconds left on the Indiana Tech power play. Green gets it to center ice. Williams retreats to her own blue line, trying to avoid pressure by the Bulldogs down the near boards. And puck comes in along the end boards. Horny picks it up back behind her own goal. Moves it underneath the near circle. As that fired by Miranda all the way down the ice. 17 seconds left to go in the Indiana Tech power play. Terpstra has it. Wiltshire coming over to put pressure on Terpstra. Terpstra back over to Moore. Back behind her own goal. Moore rifles it down the near boards. Miranda trying to knock it away, but here comes Green for Indiana Tech. Top of the near circle. Green with a shot out in front. Barr trying to cover it up, and a save by Barr. Bulldogs back to full strength. 4:41 left to go here in the second. Still scoreless between the Adrian Bulldogs and the Indiana Tech Warriors here at the CCWHA Division I Championship game from the Crystal Fieldhouse in Burton, Michigan. Face-off in the near face-off circle as Juzak puts it into the near corner. Anderson trying to pull it away. That pull back behind. Eagleson into the far corner, but not before Nesbitt trying to pull it away. The puck comes back to the far point. Held in. Now Piscopo with the blast and Barr with the save. 4:24 left to go here in the second. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That to the right of Barr. Jusak in to take the face-off. McCurrow on the other side. That puck into the near corner. Now pulled back. Shaw trying to get to it outside the near circle. Trying to lift it ahead. Pinned against the boards now. Gregan brings it into the far corner for Shaw. Shaw trying to feed it ahead to Wood. That right in center ice. Put right back in. And Shaw brings it out to center ice. As Eagleson dumps it deep into the Indiana Tech zone. Yonker trying to get it back behind her own goal. That comes into the high slot. Tipped back to the blue line. And Warner drifts back to center ice and fires it right back in. 3:48 left to go here in the second. As the Warriors coming down the near boards, Yonker gets it over to Anderson, who dumps it deep as Indiana Tech goes for a line change. And puck over to Warner underneath the near circle. Warner brings it ahead. Warner gets it. Beek stops it right at the Adrian blue line, fires it back in. That grabbed. McNair puts it in along the far boards as that fired right back in deep. Warner in along the end boards of the Bulldog zone into the near corner. That pulled away into the slot as Bowler set it up and no one could get to it. And put Bowler into the near corner. Bowler sweeps it back to Beek, now trying to hold it in his Yakachuk. That comes all the way back to the Indiana Tech blue line as there is a whistle and a penalty upcoming. Roughing the call. And at 3:05 as number 12, Yakachuk, goes in for Indiana Tech. A Bulldog power play in the far face-off circle in the Indiana Tech zone. As Pichet in to take the face-off. On the other side is Jusak. And puck top of the far circle. Blast from there. Saved by Adley. Loose. Underneath the far circle. Now send all the way back to the far point. Shot from there. Goes into the near corner. As trying to hold it in. Robinson putting it back deep. Saved by Adley. Puck right back behind the Indiana Tech goal. Into the near corner. Robinson holds it in at the near point. That comes back into the neutral zone. Horny over to Robinson as Adrian has to touch back up now into the zone. Puts it into the far corner. Episcopo there trying to get it away from Pichet. Is digging into the far corner, trying to pull it away. 1 minute, 23 seconds left to go on the Bulldog power play. The puck back to the near point and slips all the way back into the Bulldog zone. Robinson retreats to get it. 2:18 left to go here in the second. Still scoreless. The puck down on the near boards. McDonald spins with it, trying to avoid pressure by Pedamshan. Now Horny. Pedamshan intercepts it at her own blue line, but couldn't get it out of the zone as that ends up in a bunch of snow right in front of the Adrian bench as they had the doors open trying to get a line change. And The puck might have gone into the bench. As they're trying to make sure that door locks because they don't want anyone hitting it and it opening. That could cause a major injury. 1 minute left to go in the Bulldog power play. 2:04 left to go here in the second. Scoreless so far. Face-off just outside of the Indiana Tech zone. Wiltshire in to take the face-off. Pedamshan on the other side. Puck back into the Indiana Tech zone. Held in by McCurrow, who puts it in along the end boards. Fed out in front. Shaw has it high slot with the shot. That gets deflected up into the netting. 48 seconds left to go here in the Bulldog power play. 1:52 left to go here in the second. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That Dadley's left. Wiltshire again versus Pedamshand as that comes back to McCurrow at the near point. McCurrow, top of the near circle, moves it. Top of the far circle, shot there, gets blocked out in front by Moore as that'll come all the way back right in front of the Indiana Tech bench. As McDonald ahead to McCurrow. McCurrow fires it down the far boards to McDonald. McDonald has it tipped off of Pedamshan, but brought back in. McCurrow on the far circle. And pull back over to center ice. 20 seconds left to go in the Bulldog power play. Shaw has it at her own blue line, trying to avoid pressure by Bowler. That puck pulled away now, fired all the way back into the Bulldog zone. 10 seconds left to go. As the puck right back behind Barr in the Bulldog power play. And Indiana Tech back to full strength. 1 minute left to go. Here in the second. 0-0 is our score. The puck into the near corner of the Tech zone, trying to pull it away. Comes outside the near circle. Eagleson digging in there, as well as Peterson. As Miranda with a shot saved by Adley. Backhanded shot. Oh, that deflects outside the near circle. Good opportunity as Indiana Tech now gets it to center ice. Feeds it ahead. Yonker as Green chases it in along the end boards, but a icing call. 30.6 seconds left to go. Here in the second. Scoreless so far between these two top teams in the CCWHA Division I. As top of the East pod versus top of the West pod. As that puck into the far corner. Comes into the near corner, trying to pull it away. 23 seconds left to go. Now Indiana Tech slips it back into the neutral zone. Horny trying to fire it the other way. In comes Green. Green on the near circle. Trying to get over to Williams. Shot on the far circle by Borland. Oh, that comes outside the near circle. 8 seconds left to go. The puck at center ice. Big collision. As that will come ahead. And a whistle. And, as that will be, the clock counts down to 0. So I thought I heard a whistle, but it just might have been the screaming of the crowd. As a couple Adrian penalties at 9:09, it was Miranda going off for slashing. At 8:53, McDonald went off for interference. That led to a long 5-on-3 power play for Indiana Tech. Adrian was able to kill it off, then just seconds later ended up on a penalty kill again as Goodwin went off for tripping at 6:45. Then at 3:05, Indiana Tech took a penalty as it was Yakachuk for roughing. There was, at the end of the first, by the way, it was 15 shots on goal versus 13 shots on goal. Adrian with 2 more. We'll see if we can hear if they announce that between periods. As we are at the second intermission, still scoreless. The officials talking things over, and they'll get a nice resurfacing. We'll play a little music, and we'll be back for the all-important third period. You are watching the CCWHA Division I Championships, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting. We are live from the Crystal Fieldhouse, where it is the CCWHA Division I Championship between the Adrian Bulldogs and the Indiana Tech Warriors. These two teams played last year on February 27th in the championship game. That game, Adrian won 5-0. Indiana Tech won the season series, though this year beating Adrian twice, once at home, once away earlier this month. They are both scoreless, and you can feel the tension and the excitement in this building as they have the championship trophy across the way, skidding in the score box. One more period of regulation for the CCWHA D1 championship. We will have the D2 championship after this at about 12:45. That is Division II Adrian versus undefeated for the entire season, Sioux College. Here it is, Indiana Tech versus the Adrian Bulldogs, as we're getting ready to start the third period. We appreciate you joining us and watching wherever you are at, supporting these fantastic athletes in this excellent game, and it's been such a great weekend. This is the 11th game between D1 and D2. Total of 12 games all weekend long, and there has been just a wealth of amazing hockey, great fans, and we couldn't be more proud to be a part of it. Face off right at center ice. Yakachuk in to take the face off. I believe that's McCurrow on the other. No, McCurrow's on the near side. That is Pichet in to take the face off. McCurrow to her left, Roy to her right. Yonker on the near side. On the far side is Pedham Shan for Indiana Tech. That puck pulled back by McCurrow coming down the far boards. Yonker has it at her own blue line. Puts it in along the near boards for Episcopo. Episcopo backhands it down the far boards. Here comes Yonker over her own blue line. Feeds it ahead. Yakachuk gains the zone. Top of the near circle. Back to the near point. Yakachuk deflected onto the near circle. Episcopo into the near corner. As there is a penalty, as it is in the box, Adrian, so it's an Indiana Tech power play that called right at the end of the second period. Shaw in the box. High slot for Yakachuk, comes into the near corner. Piscopo trying to center it up. Now Pedham Sham puts it underneath the far circle. Piscopo back to the far point. Backhands it outside the far circle. Now that lifted all the way down by the Bulldogs. 1:05 left to go in the power play for Indiana Tech. 19 minutes left to go here in the third period. Scoreless so far between these two fantastic teams. Episcopo fires it in along the far boards, bringing it ahead. Here comes Borland. Borland through center ice. Borland right to the blue line. Has to touch up, though, because Indiana Tech knocked it down and put it back into the neutral zone. Green gains the zone, puts it into the near corner as that slips right back behind Barr. Borland puts it into the far corner. Now the puck outside the far circle as Williams has it. Right in along the M boards. Green trying to pull it off of the boards. Williams digging in there as McNair trying to pin it and kill as much time as possible. 15 seconds left to go on the power play as the Bulldogs clear it all the way down the ice. 10 seconds left to go in the Indiana Tech power play. 18:07 left to go in the third. There's a shot by Peterson. And it comes all the way back to center ice. Green coming ahead. Bulldogs back to full strength as Horney has the puck back in her own zone. Puts it into the near corner for Goodwin, then gets it back directly behind Barr. Horney feeds it over to Goodwin down the far boards, right to center ice. Intercepted by Moore, who fires it right back in as that's tipped by Barr. Goodwin into the far corner. As that pull back to the far point and all the way back into the Indiana Tech zone. Yonker trying to get to it before stick goes right back behind Adley into the far corner. And stolen away by Stitt onto the near circle. Good job to get a stick in the way was Bowler. Now high slot for Pedham Shan right to center ice. Yakachuk has it just shy of her own blue line down the far boards. Here comes the Warriors. As that into the Bulldog zone outside the far circle. Pichet trying to move it out of the zone now. Gregan Feeds it over to Shaw into the near corner. Under 17 minutes left to go. Nesbitt, as that comes all the way back. Yonker back into the Indiana Tech zone, right back behind Adley. Now coming up the far boards is Terpstra. That puck right at center ice. Nesbitt trying to get to it. Now Werner comes right back in. Feeds it deep into the Indiana Tech zone. Wood has it into the near corner. Wood right back behind Adley. Yonker feeds it to the blue line, but not out. Drop pass. Moving over into the slot. Miranda has it top of the near circle. Outside the near circle. Centering attempt. That goes into the far corner. Deflected away. Reyes has it on the far circle. That comes into the near corner. Now Miranda at the near point. Coming ahead with it. Wilshire into the neutral zone. Wilshire resets. Gets it to the Indiana Tech blue line. As the puck over center ice, poke checked away by Fuchuk, now backhanded. All the way deep into the Adrian zone. 16 minutes even left to go here in the third. Miranda places an edge back behind the goal. The puck in the slot. That loose on the far side of the net. All the way back to the far point. Piscopo has it at center ice. Gets it ahead. Green over to Borland. Borland fires it. That just goes wide into the near corner. 15:39 left to go. Green with a shot that got blocked. The puck outside the near circle. Adrian trying to set up the attack. Missed the pass. That'll go all the way back. That'll be icing and head back into the Bulldog zone. 15:29 left to go here in the third. All scoreless here from the Crystal Fieldhouse in Burton, Michigan. It's the CCWHA Championship for Division I. Face-off will be to Bars right in the far face-off circle. Williams puts it into the far corner. That puck. Well, trying to pull it out now. Fuchuk at it. Goes right back behind the goal. Goodwin gets it into the neutral zone. All the way back. Icing waved off as it goes back into the deck end. Picked up by Beek underneath the near circle. Beek moves it ahead. That tipped away as Williams had it, but offside's the call. And puck will come outside in the far face-off circle just in front of the Indiana Tech bench. 15:06 left to go here in the third period. CCWHA Division I Championship trophy on the line, an automatic bid to Nationals, though both teams should make it anyway. Much nicer if you don't have to worry about it. And puck down the far boards, controlled by the Warriors. Pedamshan gets it to the Bulldog blue line. Now right back to center ice. That fired back deep and along the end boards. Right back behind Barr into the near corner. Shaw has it there. Under 15 minutes left to go here in the third. As that is going to come all the way back into the Indiana Tech zone at 14:47. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That Dadley's right. Stitton to take the face-off for the Bulldogs. As Yakachuk on the other side. Bowler talking to the officials. Having a say for Indiana Tech. Coach Hicks pleading his case. Face-off in the near face-off circle. It's Coach Hicks named CCWHA Division I Coach of the Year with Indiana Tech. 14:47 left to go as everybody's had their say. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That puck in along the near boards. Picked up. Here comes Bowler. Bowler through center ice. Shaw trying to get to it. Bowler outside the near circle. And backhanded shot goes into the far corner. Gathered up as the Bulldogs get it back to the far point, but held in. Pedamshan racing to get it. Now here comes Shaw for Adrian. Over on blue line. Shaw over center ice. Shaw gains his own shot there. Saved by Adley. as Terpstra has it back behind her own goal. Underneath the far circle, Terpstra coming down the far boards. That right to center ice, bouncing puck. Nesbitt picks it up, backhands it ahead. And gathered up by Robinson on the near circle of her own zone, feeds it across the way. Back over to Eagleson along the near boards. Anderson trying to rocket it the other direction. Battle for it right in front of us, now fired deep into the Indiana Tech zone. As Yonker has it, back behind, trying to get it away from Eagleson. Eagleson outside the far circle. As that tipped away, loose at the blue line, now into the neutral zone. Here comes Juzak. Juzak moves it over along the far boards. Yonker with it there. Yonker heads over the blue line. Yonker coming down the far boards. And grabbed by the Bulldogs right in front of the scorer's bench. Coming in with it. They're trying to fire Wiltshire into the near corner, and that covered up by Adley. 13:29 left to go here in the third. We are scoreless here at the CCWHA Division I Championship game at the Crystal Fieldhouse in Burton, Michigan. Pichet in to take the face-off for the Bulldogs. On the other side, it's going to be Williams for Indiana Tech. Both teams have had some great opportunities. Fantastic goaltending so far. Shot from the top of the far circle, and Adley with the save. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle in the Indiana Tech zone. Pichet again versus Williams. Big face-off deep in the Warrior zone. Comes top of the near circle, poked to the blue line, but held in. Now intercepted. Here comes Bowler down the near boards. Bowler knocks it off the glass. It goes deep into the near corner. Goodwin pulls it back behind and along the M boards. Trying to pull it off on the near circle. Shot just goes wide by Borland outside the far circle. As that's set up down the near boards, here comes Pichet. Pichet on the near circle with the shot, and she scores. Pichet puts it in, and the Bulldogs go ahead at 12:57 as the tie is broken. Adrian Bulldogs take the lead. As a goal by number 18, Pichet. As the Indiana Tech faithful to our left trying to urge their team on to get this game tied up. Bulldogs would like to try and increase their lead and get another goal to get a little bit of breathing room. It has been a back and forth, hard fought game thus far. And again, with good teams like this, Indiana Tech able to beat the Bulldogs twice earlier this month, but beating a team 3 times, especially in a single month, is really, really difficult, especially when they're this high quality. Yakachuk puts it back behind the goal and along the far boards. Hedemshan with it, gets it back into the neutral zone. Here comes Bowler, top of the far circle. Bowler with that shot that just misses to the near side. Into the near corner. The Sioux College Cougar is already in the house. They're looking to compete for the D2 championship. Coming up after this, into the far corner. Shot just goes through the crease by Terpstra. And along the near boards, that fired ahead, intercepted at center ice. And trying to fire it in is Yonker. And it goes back into the near corner, but a whistle and a penalty upcoming. Penalty at 12-12 here in the third. As number 11, Stitt, goes into the box for Adrian. The top point scorer for Adrian in the penalty box. Adrian up 1-0. Indiana Tech on the power play looking to get the game tied up. Williams in to take the face off on the other side. I believe that's Eagleson. That puck tipped back to the blue line now. Top of the near circle with Borland with a shot that just went wide to the near side. Puck outside the far circle. Trying to hold it in. High slot over top of the near circle to Borland. Borland shot for a Terpstra from the far circle. That deflects outside the far circle. Terpstra trying to fire it back deep as Wiltshire trying to pull it away. Now Williams in the far corner with it. Williams comes on the far circle, back to the far point to Terpstra. Terpstra back to Williams, now in the slot with a shot by Moore into the near corner. 1 minute, 28 seconds left to go here in the third. 11:35 left to go. 1-0. Bulldogs with the lead as Yakachuk has it outside the far circle. Yakachuk gets it, trying to get the high slot to Borland. That puck loose into the neutral zone. Here comes the Bulldogs. Wiltshire gains the zone. Wiltshire top of the near circle with the shot. Adley with the save. The puck loose. Now here comes Moore sweeping it ahead. Intercepted by Pichet, the lone goal scorer in the game. Fires it out in front. All the way back to Shaw in the neutral zone. 55 seconds left to go on the Indiana Tech power play. That fired back to the Indiana Tech blue line. Now Yonker coming down the far boards. Rocket blast by Shaw all the way back to center. Yonker to the blue line. Here comes Pedham Shan. Pedham Shan at the far point. Now gets it top of the near circle. Yonker fires it back deep. That rims right back behind Barr. 30 seconds left to go. In the Indiana Tech power play. High slot over Episcopo. Over to Terpstra with the shot. Saved by Barr. Puts it into the far corner. As that puck comes all the way back, cleared all the way down the ice. 15 seconds left to go in the Indiana Tech power play. As Episcopo loses an edge but gets the puck, trying to avoid pressure back there by Turnbull. Episcopo down the near boards, firing it all the way ahead to Pedham Shan at center ice. Drop pass over to Terpstra. Terpstra fires it in as Adrian back to full strength. The puck banked off of the near boards as Williams trying to get to it, pulled right back into the neutral zone by McDonald. Battle for it at the blue line. Williams trying to come in, but offsides the call. 9:58 left to go here in the third period. 1-0. Bulldogs with the lead. As that was a goal by Pichet, assist to McCarroll as well as Wiltshire. Face off at the near face-off circle as that was the assist on the goal by Adrian. The puck all the way back in along the end boards into the far corner of the Tech zone as Adley covers it up. 9:47 left to go here in the third period. 1-0. Adrian with the lone tally so far here in the game. Williams in to take the face-off in the far face-off circle. That comes high slot over to Shaw. Shaw over into the far corner. That puck back into the near corner. Controlled there. Back to Shaw. Top of the near circle. Now Peterson racing back behind the goal. Peterson sends it back to the far point. And over to Wiltshire. Back underneath is Robinson trying to fire it out in front and covered up by Adley. 9:25 left to go here in the third. Adrian up 1-0. Face off in the near face off circle. That to Adley's right. Pichet in to take the face off versus Yakachuk. That puck tip top of the near circle. Trying to hold it in was Wiltshire. Now Shaw has it at center ice. Putting it down the far boards over to Werner. Werner trying to fire it in. That went out of play. 9:17 left to go here in the third. 1-0. Adrian with the lead. Face off will come to, I'm going to put it at center ice. As Pichet in to take the face off versus Yakachuk. Now McNair fires it down the far boards, bringing it ahead. Warner or Miranda trying to fire it in. Now down the near boards, Pedham Shan. Drop pass over to Yonker. Yonker getting it ahead as that lifted down the far boards by Yakachuk. Now Pedham Shan on the far circle, in along the end boards. Right back behind Barr. Into the near corner. Battle for it outside the near circle. Held in by Yakachuk. Shot and Barr with the save. 8:51 left to go here in the third. And 12:45 we'll have the Division II championship as 25-0 Sioux College Cougars face off versus the D2 Adrian Bulldogs. Juzak in to take the face off in the near face off circle. That to Barr's left as that comes all the way top of the far circle. Moore feeds it in along the end boards, right back behind Barr, into the near corner. Horney fires it the other direction. Now Fuchek has it outside the far circle. That deflected off of its skate, coming down the near boards. Horney gets it down the far boards, that deep into the Indiana Tech zone. Into the near corner. Trying to bring it ahead is Nesbitt. Now over center ice. Here comes Anderson, who puts it deep into the far corner. Nesbitt back behind the goal into the near corner, trying to avoid pressure as Shaw It's it all the way back into the Indiana Tech zone. Yonker chases it into the near corner, but that will be icing. And head back into the Adrian zone. 8 minutes, 11 seconds left to go. Adrian up 1-0. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That is going to be DeBar's left. Williams in to take the face-off versus Wood. That near face-off circle. As that puck outside the near circle, Yonker gets it high, slot. Episcopo with the shot. And deflected into the near corner. Shaw lifts it, and that goes up into the netting. Trying to get it down the glass and get it past Yonker at the near point. That will be a face-off, though, in the Adrian zone. 8:03 left to go here in the third. Adrian up 1-0. Warriors with a face-off in the Bulldog zone. As that puck into the near corner. Shaw pulls it away, back behind her own goal. As that puck coming along, tipped right back behind. Borland trying to fire it out in front. Episcopo has it outside now, held in by Williams. At the far point, Williams again trying to chip it ahead into the slot. Shot just goes wide into the near corner. Now in along the near boards, penalty upcoming to the Bulldogs. 7:07 left to go. 7:37 left to go, excuse me, I can read every once in a while. As Shaw, number 4, goes into the box for Adrian. That is a tripping call. As Bulldogs up by 1, but Indiana Tech on the power play with 7:37 left to go here in the third. 1-0 Bulldog lead. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Pedam Shan in to take the face-off, trying to pull it away loose. Episcopo trying to get to it. There's a pile-up, and that fired all the way down the ice. There's a whistle as they will bring that puck right back into the near corner of the Bulldogs, or in the far face-off circle in the Bulldog zone. Yakachuk in to take the face-off. As that all the way back to the far point. Episcopo holds it in. Now Yakachuk firing it into the far corner. Pedam Shan with it there. Pedam Shan comes top of the far circle. Now Pedam Shan high slot. Bad drop pass over to Episcopo. Episcopo moves over onto the far circle. Gets it back. Episcopo now moves it over to Yakachuk. Yakachuk top of the far circle. Yakachuk comes high slot. Yakachuk shot deflected into the far corner. 1:24 left to go. As a whistle. 1:23 left to go in the penalty. That is going to be a hooking call at 7 minutes even. As we'll have 4-on-4 hockey for 1:23. Face-off in the near face-off circle. As that's number 13, Episcopo, into the box. And pulled ahead by Williams. 4-on-4 hockey for 1 minute 20 seconds. Williams into the Bulldog zone. Loose on the near circle. That tipped right back to the near point. Into the near corner. Borland with it. And along the end boards. And pulled away. Now here comes McCurl. McCurl over on blue line. McCurl over center ice. Fires it deep. Badley puts it into the far corner. Battle for it there. Terpstra trying to pull it away. Now Pichet right back behind the goal. Comes outside the far circle. Warner with the shot. Saved by Adley. Here comes Williams over on blue line. 1-0. Adrian with the lead. 45 seconds more of 4-on-4 hockey. As that puck back to the near point. Here comes the Bulldogs. Pichet has it at center ice. Fires it deep before Adrian goes for a line change. Picked up back behind by Beek. Underneath the near circle, Beek ricochets it to center ice. Pedam Shan picks it up there. Pedam Shan trying to avoid pressure. Gets it ahead to Bowler. Bowler drop pass over to Pedam Shan. 23 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey left, and then there'll be an Adrian power play. Shot from the far circle, deflects up into the netting. As Yonker with a shot from the far circle went off of his stick. We'll have a face-off in the Bulldog zone. 16 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey left. Then there will be a 37-second Bulldog power play, 5:53 left to go here in the third. Thank you so much for joining us and cheering for these wonderful, amazing athletes on these fantastic teams. Check out the ACHA hockey site for more information about nationals. As that puck shot from the far point, Moore into the near corner. That swung around by Eagleson. Warner trying to get to it. Puck held in, racing into the far corner. Yonker battling. Now that lifted all the way back into the neutral zone. As Bulldogs back to full strength, they have a 32-second power play. Yonker brings it into the near point. Now fires it deep into the Bulldog zone. Shaw has it right back behind Barr. 24 seconds left in the Bulldog power play. They have the 1-0 lead. And puck down the far boards, knocked down. Here comes Terpstra the other way, who fires it deep into the Bulldog zone. 13 seconds left of the Adrian power play. The puck underneath the near circle, pulled along underneath the far circle now. That brought ahead over their own blue line. Here comes the Bulldogs. Fired back and out of play as Shaw was bringing it down the far side. As we're back to full strength, both squads, 5 minutes left to go. Here in the third, 1-0, Adrian with the lead. Face-off just outside of the Adrian zone in the far face-off circle. Williams in there to take the face-off versus, it's Pichet. Center ice coming down. Terpstra fires it deep into the Bulldog zone. McNair chases it. That picked up by Miranda right back behind Barr. Now loose in the slot. That comes all the way outside the far circle. As Miranda trying to get out of her own zone. Sends it down the neutral zone, down the near boards. Fired the other direction by Terpstra. Now coming down the far boards is Stitt. Stitt into the Indiana Tech zone. Stitt into the far corner. Stitt right back behind. Adley trying to dig it off of the end boards. That puck into the near corner. Yakachuk feeds it ahead. Goodwin with the blast. That went off of his skate through the slot. Adley with the save. 4:18 left to go here in the third. 1-0, Adrian with the lead. Face-off inside of the Indiana Tech zone. That'll be in the near face-off circle. That to Adley's right. Oh, you couldn't ask for better hockey for the championship game. Stitt in there versus Yakachuk. Top of the near circle, tipped back into the neutral zone. Racing ahead, Bowler trying to get a breakaway. And tipped over, pulled down. Goodwin back behind her own goal. And down the far boards, pinned against into the far corner. And is trying to bring it around his Turnbull. Turnbull right back behind her own goal. Now Orney feeds it over, wraparound attempt. Barr able to cover it up and save it. 3:56 left to go. Here in the third, 1-0, Bulldogs with the lead. Indiana Tech with lots of really good chances. Same with the Bulldogs. It's been great defense and fantastic goalkeeping that has kept this a really tight 1-0 game. Face-off is going to be in the far face-off circle, I believe. I guess the officials have to know before I do, so as the linesman sitting there asking. As Horney into the box, number 71 for the Bulldogs into the box at 3:56. Indiana Tech on the power play as the officials talking over with Coach Clark. On the far bench is Coach Clark getting his say and explanation. It's a huge power play here for Indiana Tech. 3:56 left to go. Key defender for Adrian in the box. Williams in to take the face-off versus Pichet. That comes all the way back to the far point. Now rifled all the way down the boards. As able to clear it, Adrian. Adley stops it right back behind her own goal, trying to avoid pressure back there by Pichet. As that puck right over center ice, coming ahead with it. Here comes Moore into the zone. Moore, top of the far circle, drop pass, shot. Barr puts it into the far corner. McCurl grabs it into the far corner, trying to chip it away. Mal McNair. That rimmed all the way back into the neutral zone, all the way deep into the Indiana Tech end. 1 minute, 25 seconds left to go on the Indiana Tech power play. 3:17 left to go here in the third. As that puck brought in outside the near circle, drop pass. Coming over with it as it was a cross-checking penalty, by the way. 1 minute, 5 seconds left to go in that penalty. As that puck, 1:04 now left to go in the Indiana Tech power play. 3 minutes even left to go here in the third. Face-off just outside of the Bulldog zone. In that far face-off circle, comes back to Episcopo. Now Yonker has it over into the Bulldog zone. Yonker outside of the near circle. Goodwin chases it in along the end boards. Into the far corner, Pedam Shan gets it back over. Episcopo had it, now pulled away by the Bulldogs. Racing away with it, Wiltshire gets it into the Tech zone. Wiltshire comes in, backhanded shot, but a save by Adley. Now Wiltshire again with the shot, another save by Adley. 35 seconds left to go in the Indiana Tech power play. Yonker has it in the near corner. And pulled back behind by Episcopo. Episcopo bringing it ahead. 27 seconds left to go in the Indiana Tech power play. Bowler ahead to Pedam Shan. Pedam Shan, top of the far circle. Pedam Shan. Now trying to avoid pressure by McDonald. Pedam Shan into the far corner. Pedam Shan back to the near point. Borland holds it in. Borland feeds it into the far corner. Pedam Shan backhands it. That intercepted. Adrian fires it all the way down the ice. 4 seconds left to go in the Indiana Tech power play, and it has expired. Adrian back to full strength. 1 minute, 52 seconds left to go in regulation here in the CCWHA Division I Championship. Adrian Bulldogs up 1-0. Indiana Tech trying to get the equalizer as they fire it ahead. Racing down, Green trying to get to it into the far corner. Battling back there is Turnbull, the puck into the near corner. Green trying to get it back to Moore at the near point. Now Green on the far circle, knocked away all the way back into the neutral zone. Bowler has it. 1 minute, 25 seconds left to go. Episcopo trying to get over to Bowler, stolen away, shot, and an empty net goal by the Bulldogs. And that'll make it difficult. Number 12, Turnbull, put it in as Indiana Tech had pulled Adley for the extra attacker. And the Bulldogs able to grab it and fire it in. It makes it 2-0. Adrian with the lead. That at 1 minute and 19 seconds left to go. As the hill becomes that much steeper for the Indiana Tech Warriors, as they will have to first cut it down to a 1-goal lead and then get the equalizer. Yakachuk versus Pichet at center ice. 1 minute, 17 seconds left to go. Bringing it is Episcopo. Episcopo over to Pedam Shan. Pedam Shan outside the near circle. In along the end boards is Turnbull with the goal, and I haven't heard any assists, so that'd be unassisted by Turnbull outside the near circle. 1 minute left to go here in the third period. Yakachuk moves it over onto the far circle, shot there. Barr with the save, that back into the neutral zone. 51 seconds, empty net. Oh, just missed it into the near corner. Battle for it there, trying to pull it away is Episcopo. Now Yonker back behind the goal. 39 seconds left to go. 2-0. Adrian lead, empty net in the for Indiana Tech, and that fired in. Wiltshire puts it in, and Adrian takes the 3-0 lead, and that will make it virtually impossible for Indiana Tech, as it was a tight 1-0 game throughout. It was 0-0 throughout most of this contest. Bulldogs able to chip in the go-ahead goal, then 2 empty net goals by Adrian, and putting the icing on the Bulldog cake. The puck down the near boards. Goodwin trying to fire it deep. That puck in along the end boards into the far corner. Now trying to pull it ahead is Moore. Wiltshire on the goal. McDonald on the assist. The puck in along the end boards. 16 seconds left to go. Indiana Tech still battling hard. That puck out. Barr puts it right back behind. There's 9 seconds left to go. The puck in along the end boards. 5 seconds left to go. 4 seconds left to go. 3 seconds left to go. 2 seconds. Last shot out there by Terpstra, and that will do it. The Adrian Bulldogs of Division I have won the CCWHA Division I Championship. as action in that third period. There was a penalty to Shaw at the end of the second period. Then it was an Adrian goal, first goal of the game at 12:57. And first of all, congratulations to both of these teams for a fantastic run, fantastic seasons. I expect to see both of these teams in nationals coming up next month. Adrian Bulldogs get the automatic bid. Indiana Tech should absolutely be, unless something crazy happens, in the nationals field as well. And the CCWHA could get, depending on how things break out, maybe 3 teams in. Michigan was at the number 9 spot. They had a good showing as well. As the best tradition in all of sports, the post-game handshake. So Adrian's goal at 12:57, as that was put in by Pichet. Assist was to McCarroll as well as Wiltshire. There was a penalty to Adrian at 12:12. That was to Stipper tripping. Then Adrian took another penalty at 7:37 as Shaw went off for tripping. Then it was a Indiana Tech penalty at 7 minutes as that was Episcopo going off for hooking. Then there was an Adrian penalty cross-checking that one to Horney at 3:56. Empty net goal by Adrian at 1:19 as that was put in by Turnbull. And then another empty net goal with 33 seconds left to go as Wiltshire put it in from McDonald. And here's Sue, as Sue, the commissioner of the CCWHA, over in front of the scorer's bench as both teams lined up. We're going to bring up our field mic so you can hear Sue for the announcement.
Solid round of applause for both teams. So the MVP for today's game is going to Adrian's goaltender number 1.
As Barr won the MVP for Adrian.
Adrian captains. Come on up and get your 2022-2023 CCWHA championship.
As they get picture, fantastic moment with the Adrian Bulldogs
Thank you
again.
very much for your time.
We look forward to seeing both of these teams at nationals coming up. But coming up next at 12:45 is the Division II CCWHA Championship. For my camera person, Mike Butler, my statistician, Christina Wiseman, my name is Mark Wiseman. It has been a pleasure to bring you this tournament all weekend long. We will be right back with the undefeated Sioux College Cougars taking on Division II Adrian Bulldogs. Adrian trying to make it a Bulldog sweep of the CCWHAs as Sioux College trying to go for perfection. Thank you. We'll be right back.